हेलो।
यस।
हेलो हेलो। जी मैं जब खाता हूँ। ठीक है, तो ये लियो पापा, और मैं बाकी फोटो सेंड कर रही हूँ तुम्हारे फोन पर। वो एंटीबायोटिक्स का है।
Okay, so hello and welcome all of you. I hope the college is treating you well. So I'm Radul Uttam. I'm the regional director for North for this term of 24 to 25. And so we got a lot of queries regarding the support team calls which are open right now. So that's why we thought of conducting a grand induction where we'll solve your queries regarding what are the positions which are open right now, what are the experience required, and what will you do when or if you get that position, right? So so this session is regarding that only. And if you have any doubt during the session, we will have a doubt session at the end. Then you can ask your doubts then also, or meanwhile you can keep asking your doubts in the chat section. And people who are watching it on YouTube live stream, you guys can also you guys can ask your doubts in the comment section of the YouTube live stream also. So now moving on to Chatra.
Am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are.
Okay, welcome all to our organization, Medical Students Association of India. So, as you know, you are all new to this organization. So, to understand the gist of our organization, let's start up with the internal structure of our organization. So, what exactly is our internal structure? It constitutes of the constitutional division, which has the executive board and team of officials. They are called as the EBTO, which includes the president, vice president, and all the national officers of each standing committee and the regional directors. And the constitutional division also has the support teams, which will be the local officers of each standing committee and the assists of each standing committee. Next, coming to the fundamental division consists of local committee representatives and college representatives. They are the key uh, persons whom we contact in each college. Then other division is the election commission. Election commission is a body of administrators who oversee all the election. They coordinate the election of the LCR and the EBTO, both the constitutional division and the fundamental division. Now, Radul can take over.
Okay, so moving on regarding the constitutional division. So constitutional division, as Chatra said, is divided between the executive board and team of officials. So regarding team of officials, we have two national officers for each of the standing committee. There are six standing committees in general. Four are activity-based standing committees, and two are exchanges-based standing committees. In all of those standing committees, under the two national officers, there will be national assist, which will be your general assist, which is your GA, and your DA, which are your developmental assist. And then after that, each committee also has a PRC assist, who has to kind of see over all the designing work regarding that committee. And then there are local officers at the college level. So each college can have a local officer for each of the standing committees who will be responsible for carrying out all the activities that the national team designs. So suppose there's a activity designed by Scora. So the local officers, the assist and the national officer will help design a activity, and they will tell the local officer how to conduct that activity. Then the local officer is responsible for contacting people at the college level to conduct that activity and make sure that activity is conducted well and in proper time. Then moving on to regional directors. So there are four regional directors for North, West, South, and East. And regional directors have regional director assist for each state. So depending on the size of the state or the number of colleges in the state, there can be one to two regional director assist for each state, and they'll answer directly to the regional directors. And then there are local officers for capacity building, or LOCB, which are similarly to the local officers for each standing committee. LOCB work at the college level, making sure the inductions and all the activities or MSI activity in that college is done in timely manner and in a proper manner. And then moving on to Director of Public Relation and Communication. So DPRC is the person who is responsible for the technological and the technological aspect of MSAI, all the design work and all the PRC public relation work is handled by, and social media work is handled by DPRC. And he also has assist. Uh, the number can vary according to the DPRC. So there can be a video editing assist, your design team assist, your content writing assist. So you guys can apply for that positions also. Then moving on to the EB. So EB consists of president and vice president. So there is a president, and then there are six vice president in general. So there's VPI, which is vice president for internal affairs, VPE, vice president for external affairs, VPF, which is for finances, then VPX, which is vice president for exchanges, VPCB, which is vice president for capacity building, and then VPA, which is vice president for activities. So VPI works at the internal level, like for our country, all the matters regarding the internal MSCI work, that is handled by VPI. Then VPE consists is her duties are regarding all the external work. With if you are contacting someone and we're doing any activity, then VP is the activity of VPE to contact and organize the activities. Then VPF is related to finances. Similarly, VPX is related to all the exchange, that is the exchange-based committees, and VPX work together for exchanges. VPCB works with the regional teams, regional directors, and other LOCBs, and is responsible for the capacity building related aspects. And similarly, VPA is responsible for all the activities that are happening right now. So similarly, like there are assists for all the TOs. Similarly, there is assist for each of the electoral board, EB, and the number of assists can vary. So you guys, if you're interested in the administrative aspect of MSCI, you guys can become assist of the VPs. And now moving on to the E standing committees. So they'll tell you about the focus area and their activities and what you guys can do once you become assist or local officer of those standing committees.
Hello, everyone. So starting with my closest standing committee, SCORA. SCORA stands for Standing Committee on Sexual and Reproductive Health and Rights, including HIV and AIDS. And I, Yashika Bharti, she, her, along with my co-Nora, Amish Mazari, he, him, are the national officers on sexual and reproductive health and rights, including HIV and AIDS, for this term. SCORA is a family really close to my heart and a beautiful committee with major focus areas, but not limited to maternal health and access to safe abortions, comprehensive sexual education, gender-based violence, sexuality and gender identity, and HIV and other STIs. So, to tell you about the previous activities conducted during the term, we conducted LGB Tool for Med School, which focused on how trans medicine works in our hospital environment and how we as medical students can work upon it more. We introduced BRAVE, which was spreading awareness about breastfeeding among the general population, and various activity in which one which really created an impact was Pinktober, which spread awareness about breast cancer. And I would also like to share one instance. One of the local officers conducted the activity, and when explaining about the breast examination to the general population, one of the participants found a lump in their breast, and when they went to get it checked, it turned out to be an early stage of lobular carcinoma breast. So this, as an SCORA member, created a huge impact on us and build our motivation that we as medical students are creating awareness about topics which are not common to general population and is not normally discussed in the society. So me along with Amish are planning to have our me along with Amish is planning to have a support team which is inclusive, which is motivated and not afraid to ask about unknown topics, and they're eager to explore, actively participate, and willing to contribute their ideas in the MSCI family. So thank you so much, and I hope you all apply for Scora. Moving to SCOF, I hand over the mic to Shambhavi.
Hi everyone, I'm Shambhavi. I'm one of the national officers for the Standing Committee on Public Health. And public health is not PSM. That is the first thing that I like to start off with. I think as medical students, we have this perception of public health as something which is restricted to just textbooks and creative writing in our examinations. Public health is something which is very close to my and Aradhana's hearts. Aradhana is my co-NPO. We love community outreach. We love mobilizing people. We love talking about anything and everything under the sun, but we have 5 focus areas: communicable diseases, non-communicable diseases, universal health coverage, mental health, and environmental health. As you will see throughout the SCOF legacy that we've had, we focused on these areas predominantly because they're those areas where our country needs work, where we as the youth can make an impact, and we are able to bring people closer to the healthcare system, and we're able to remodel the healthcare system. So SCOF looks for highly motivated people. And as somebody who has spent the past 3 years, now that I say that, it sounds like a very long time, but I started off my journey in SCOF as a local officer. And in my time, we had started an activity called Chikitsa, which I'm sure a lot of you must have heard of. It was on vector-borne diseases and basically a community outreach program, bringing awareness to a lot of different people in lower socioeconomic strata about how to prevent vector-borne diseases. As a local officer conducting the activity to working in my next year as a assist and creating a more refined version, a more impactful version of Chikitsa, which we call Chikitsa Plus. It was a very, very fulfilling experience. And now becoming a national officer and hopefully carrying on that Chikitsa legacy, I would invite you guys to join us. We've had wonderful activities the past term. Chikitsa Plus, I've already told you about. Yes, Sheru Love Bushra. We've had Food for Thought, which was a very impactful campaign that we spoke to children about, food habits, cultivating oral health and hygiene habits in younger ages to prevent uh, caries, dental caries, as well as obesity and other childhood metabolic disorders, as well as a campaign which we had in our minds as SCOF heroes for a very long time called Build Back Better, where we tried to bring the community closer to the healthcare system through our UHC manual. I'm sure a lot of you must have seen that, and you must be very motivated to join us. And we would love for you to join us in our term this year as we try to expand another activity that was very close to ours and Scora's hearts called Mindful Motherhood. And we're looking forward to a very enthusiastic and motivated national team. I think that's it from my end. And if you have any questions, please feel free to contact Aradhana and I. We're always available.
Hello, everyone. I hope I'm audible. All right. So, good evening. I hope everyone had an amazing day. And welcome from SCORP, that is Standing Committee on Human Rights and Peace. I am Dakshita Mathur, will be serving as the National Officer on Human Rights and Peace along with Kimaya Chaudhary this year. So, at Human Rights and Peace, we work for achieving peace. We believe in standing up for our rights, fighting for our rights, and taking a stand. Our focus areas, as mentioned, includes emergencies, disaster management, and humanitarian aid. So, how we work towards it? We work towards spreading knowledge, spreading information about disaster management. We know that an emergency can happen anytime, and we, as medical professionals, should be specially prepared for it, prepared for when we need to act and how we need to act. So, that is what this focus area tackles mostly via workshops. Talking about a personal experience, my best experience was when I was a participant at NGA Nashik. From there, traveling as a trainer for NGA Amritsar, talking about disaster management, and it was beautiful because now I know that how I should act, and to make people understand that in emergencies how you should act has made me grow as an individual and learn a lot. The second focus area that we tackle are ethics in human rights. We know how important bioethics are. I know that we talk about EdCom, but this is not your regular EdCom lecture. It is the bioethics that is actually really essential for you as a medical professional, as an individual also. We hosted an amazing international collaboration between a lot of countries last year, which was about history of biological experiments, which also included the unit of bioethics from MSAI. And we discussed how a lot of experiments that were conducted are an ethical gray area, but they have actually led to a lot of progress. So that still remains an ethical gray area and which can be discussed and worked upon. The next focus area which we talk about are human rights education. So human rights education, we conducted a Project Tara, where we talked about child abuse. And I conducted that project as a local officer. And when we were teaching those children, their reaction was everything. That day, I felt like, okay, I have contributed a little in making a difference because these children are the future of the country after us. And we have to make sure that we build something that they are proud of. We build something that they can live up to. So that is what we're trying to do here. We also conducted Project Candy as a collaboration with SCOF, talking about climate action, which was also in the same manner, and the children reacted in an amazing way, making us understand that sometimes small topics that we think are being reached to them are actually not, and how we can make a difference. So I just wanted to mention that Project Tara also won the International Rex Crossley Award last year at August meeting 2023, and Scott is really, really proud about it. So talking about our next focus area, that is medical peace work, where we talk about peace building and work for peace building. Um, Next focus area is right to health. One of the closest focus area to me, because we talk about violence against doctors, and we see that every single day we hear a news that some doctor is attacked or some doctor has been hit upon by a person for whatever reason be. But violence is not the answer. Violence is never the answer. And that is what we stand for. We are working on projects like Ilaj 2.0 to help spread the word around. So that is what we will be tackling now in Right to Health and human rights. We also have migration and human mobility. We have a lot of movies, including an example of the movie Donkey, which shows that migration can lead to a lot of problem in a person's life. And at the end, the person is an individual. So, what right a migrated person should have, and what and how us as medical professionals can help, as medical students can help, is being dealt with in this particular area. And at Scorp, we are really, really excited to welcome you all in our national team and local team. As a national team, we need people to help us design activities and help us with the administrative work. The local officers are, however, our champions of change, who are actually very, very important in making an impact on the front end. So we would like to welcome you all to the Standing Committee of Human Rights and Peace. And I'm just going to go ahead and let Miku say hi to everyone. Miku, by the way, is our mascot for the Standing Committee of Human Rights and Peace. So I will just end by saying a quote from Audrey Hepburn, that is, human rights are our common heritage and our individual responsibility. Green hugs to everyone. Thank you very much. That's all from my side. Skomi can take over.
Hello, am I audible? Hello everyone, greetings from the Standing Committee on Medical Education. I'm Madhura Mehtar along with Fatapa Nadeem are serving as National Officers on Medical Education. As in SCOMI, we believe as medical students, medical education is our primary concern and we can bring a sustained change into it. Join us as we work in teaching medical skills to medical students and educating them on career support, medical education system, human resources, and informal education by providing various activities, engaging workshops, and manuals, and to create an awareness and practical implication of newer technologies in medical education. We also collaborate, as a standing committee, we also collaborate with other standing committees to include focus areas, public health, research, maternal health, disaster management, ethics, and software. making us a very dynamic committee. We had activities like Lipsy, Pukar, Morphine, and we are also planning to explore areas like telemedicine and AI this year, which are still finding place in medical education. At SCOMI, we strongly believe in doing fun along with working. So we expect a very motivated national team to fill in. To join us as we believe in being students today, healers tomorrow, and pandas forever. Till then, sending a lot of love and panda heart. Suhan, you can take over the induction further.
Hi everyone, hello, a very warm evening, and thank you, Madhura. I am Dr. Ruhan Buttada, currently serving as the National Exchange Officer Outgoings for Scopi, along with my lovely co-neo Shreyas Pandey, who's serving as the neo incomings. So now imagine, guys, for a month, you get to visit a beautiful country, work in the top-notch healthcare facility, learn about their culture, their traditions, and explore the place tremendously. That will be amazing, right? This is what professional exchange in MSA and IFMSA provides. But how is it done? It is done through our committee, the Standing Committee of Professional Exchange. So before I tell you more about this, I want everyone to mention in the chat box the country that they want to visit for a MSCI professional exchange. Personally, mine is Australia. So moving ahead, a fun fact about Scopi. Scopi was the committee that gave birth to IFMSA, the parent body of MSI, since Scopi was the first standing committee of IFMSA and it was established in the year of 1951. Scopi offers you lots of international exposure among international bodies like IFMSA through exchanges, meets, activities, and exchanges fair. So how can you apply for professional exchange program? It is a very simple process. First of all, the calls will be open around September or August. In the calls, there will be two forms that you have to fill, application form and CV. The AF application form is made of your experience and motivation within MSCI, and CV is made of your experience and motivation within your college and extracurricular stuff. Both of these forms have points, and your selection is done through a point-based system then. So the best way to increase your points in the AF is to conduct MSCI activities. So please do conduct maximum number of activities that our lovely national officers of ABSCs make for you all. Now you might think that, okay, professional exchange is happening, but what is the fee of all this? How expensive is it is? It is not at all expensive. It is quite affordable. The range of the fee is among 25,000 to 30,000, depending on the country. Within that fee, you get accommodation for a month and 1 to 2 meals, depending on the country. Isn't that amazing? So, yes, this was all about Scopi outgoings. Now, let's talk about Scopi incomings as well. While our students go to foreign countries on a professional exchange, their students also come in. They are called as incoming students. So hosting is done in Scopi active colleges. The Scopi college activation process is explained to all the assistants and Leos at the start of the term. So do become a Leo or an assistant to know more about it and have a wonderful time while hosting incomings. And another last thing, you might be thinking that can anyone apply for the exchange? Can any MSI member apply for the exchange? So yes, any MSI member can apply for the exchange. There is just one prerequisite that your college should have a Leo compulsorily. So if you want someone from your college to experience this professional exchange program, or you yourself want to do it, then there's a good scope that you become a Leo or an assistant in Scopi. So this was all about Scopi. For any queries, you can contact me or Shreyas. Over to you, Sananda.
Thank you so much, Rohan. Hello everyone. I am Sananda Banerjee, currently serving as the Nori Outgoings for this beautiful Standing Committee of Research Exchanges, along with my Nori Incomings, Janvi. So essentially, it is our standing committee and the standing committee of professional exchanges. They are sister committees, and most of the process is essentially the same. The only difference is Scopi focuses on professional exchanges, whereas we focus on our research exchanges. So now imagine going to your dream country and pursuing your dream research project in that country for a month. So that is what our committee focuses upon. And basically, our committee is not only an exchange-based committee, it is also an activity-based committee because we organize a lot of research educational activities every year. And it has been really magical to come across these research activities because us being medical students are not exposed to research as such in our curriculum. So, SCORI has two major focus areas, which are exchanges as well as research. Um, Interestingly, SCORI is one of the youngest. SCORI is the youngest committee of MCI India, and we are really proud of that. And Rohan has already explained about what are incomings, what are outgoings, and how to apply for an exchange, and what is the entire process of the exchange application, the AF and the CV and everything. So I'm not going to repeat that again. So mainly what I'm going to tell you today here is about our research educational activities. And over the years, Corey has launched various research education activities, including Open Access Week, then Unravel, which was a capacity building workshop on critical appraisal, which is one of the essential concepts of research. And then again, we hosted a biostatistics webinar this year, also a rights versus research debate along with SCORE, and a lot of more collaborative events like this. Further, we also organized our offline CB building workshop, which was the National Research Camp, and we hope to organize it again sometime. So now coming to the national team of SCORI. Our SCORI national team consists of three general assists, one PRC assist, one developmental assist, and also there's one exclusive position which is only found in SCORI, which is our research educational activities assist. And so if you are passionate about research as well as exchanges, I would highly recommend you to apply for our committee. And we not only see your research experience, because you might think that you will need a lot of research experience for applying for our committee, but mostly we look at your motivation and your knowledge regarding SCORI and exchanges, and a little bit of research. So we don't look at your research experience as such. So I would highly recommend all of you to apply for my committee, and blue hugs to all of you. Thank you.
These are the few snippets of people who have actually gone on exchange program in all other countries. So these are few of the people who have gone out there and shared their moments. So yeah, we just wanted you to see that you all can also be a part of these exchange programs, and your picture can one day also be here, and we can show your picture to others also to motivate them. And now moving on, I'll hand over to Bushra.
Hello guys, I am Bushra Khan, and as you can see, I'm the Regional Director West. So along with me, we have Regional Director North, Mradul Uttam, Regional Director South, Chaitra, and Regional Director East Sai. And we are together working for the capacity building of MSCI. So if you think that you are motivated enough, if you think that you are capable enough of leadership responsibilities, and you can take over your entire state and lead other medical students to join and create a change along with all the committees that we have with us, then you are the perfect fit for us. The positions that we have are the regional director assists. These are the assists for the regional directors. That is for the four of us, me, Chaitra, Mradul, and Sai. What we basically do is we have capacity building sessions, which includes conducting topics like communication skills, time management, conflict resolution, etc. Which all of this you'll realize when you are officially working in some professional setting, and you'll realize how important communication would be, how important time management. Time management is important right now too, to manage your studies, I guess. And the work for the RDA would also be to conduct induction sessions like this, where you tell other people regarding what MSCI is, what MSCI does, and what all benefits of a member or a person can benefit from uh, by by coming into the induction session, and they can learn more about MSCI. And we also promote CB initiatives to conduct workshops. We do have workshops, national level workshops called National General Assembly and the NWM, that is the National Workshop Meet, which happens around September, and the National General Assembly, which happens around April, May. And we do conduct health camps and activities in the particular state. Can we have the next slide, please? Our on-ground soldiers from each colleges, local officers for capacity building, are stars. Their function is almost the same: to conduct capacity building sessions, conduct activities on topics and communication, time management, and other stuff that I mentioned earlier. And their function would be also to conduct an induction session to let more people know about what MSCI is, and also to promote workshops. If they are willing, they can get in touch with the regional organizations and uh, call upon and conduct better activities if they want, or if they have some local activities that they are willing to do by having collaborations at the college level. I would like to hand over to Mradul now.
So, in addition to what just Busha just said, so LOCBs are also not only they are responsible for conducting induction at their own college to make sure the new batch coming in and all the other people who are not a member of MSI yet know what MSI has to offer and what they can benefit, how MSI will benefit them once they join in. Also, LOCB also are responsible to look over the whole college in regarding that all the activities are being done on time. And if there is no particular LO for any standing committees, LOCBs can also conduct those activities by filling the DAP form, which is domestic application form. So suppose there is an activity you really want to do, but you do not have a local officer for that particular committee in your college, but you are really interested in conducting that activity. So you can fill your DAP form. Through that, the individual standing committees will contact you and make sure that they give you the methodologies by which you can conduct that activity in your particular college. Also, there can be local workshops like WHO workshops. The few WHO workshops happened last year in few of the towns. Then there are local activities like Shambhavi just mentioned Chikitsa, right? So Chikitsa LOCBs were also responsible that if their particular college is selected for that particular activity, then they need to make sure that all the activities are being done. And then moving on to all the positions which all of my beautiful TO members just said, that LO is the standing position. So all the groundwork is being done by LO. You also do not need to have a lot of experience regarding being a LO for a LO. We just need your motivation and your enthusiasm. So LO is the ground step. So once you become LO and you do enough activities, you can then go for assist position, and similarly then you can climb up the ladder and apply for NOs and or TO members and EB members. And also the LOs for activity-based standing committees are responsible for community for the community work, and they can go out in the community and make a difference, right? And similarly, the LOs for exchanges-based standing committees, you are responsible for all the exchange work that is happening from that particular college. So, like Ruhan and Sunanda mentioned, so if there is a particular, not only you get to apply for the exchange program, all the exchanges application from your particular college goes through the Leos or Loris. Similarly, you guys are also able to host those people. So please do apply for these exchanges based local officers, because that is the foundation of all the people in your college to go for these exchange programs, and also to host these exchange programs in your own colleges. And now moving on to Himani. Himani, if you can take over.
Hello everyone, I am Himani and I'm currently serving as the Vice President for Internal Affairs. So, bioethics unit is an integral part of our organization as much as the standing committees and all of us are. Bioethics committee is made in is a collaborative unit by us. It basically focuses on the ethical dilemmas and all the ethical facts that medical ethics and the uh, parts where we are stakeholders as medical students. Um, Okay, so it was established in MSCI in 2019. The structure of a bioethics unit is very concise. It has a chair, which is the MSCI president. For this term, it is Dr. Anaga. It has a general secretary. The calls of general secretary have opened yesterday. If you have enough experience in bioethics unit, you think you can go ahead, please go ahead and apply for it. Then we have members, the most important part of our unit. The calls for members will be opening in the month of July. Please keep an eye on the email servers and your WhatsApp spams and Instagram for more details. You can always apply for the member and work towards it. And you just this is an important entity for us as medical students, because it is our formative years as medical students, and if we inculcate this a bioethics in us and as well as our peers, it makes a very good community that we build up on. We learn from the errors of past, we learn today, and we make a better future tomorrow. So that are the main objectives of bioethics unit. In case you have any doubts, you can always reach out to us. Next, please. Another unit we have is AMR, Antimicrobial Resistance Unit. It is in collaboration with WHO. So I'll just ask a very simple question. The monsoon season is about to begin, and many of us will get a sore throat. And without even getting our pharynx checked, we all will prescribe ourselves a amoxiclav and very conveniently do a dose of 3 to 5 days, which is very, very wrong. Imagine we as medical students who know so much about microbial resistance, who know so much about antibiotics are doing this. Imagine the plight uh, of a general population who literally don't know what they might face in case they have some severe illness, because it is not going to affect us today, it is going to affect us tomorrow when the antibiotics stop working, when we don't have enough antibiotics to treat our severe post-op infections. So that is the main aim of WHO, that we need to stop this antimicrobial resistance so that we have antibiotics that work on us. So that is yet another crucial part of our organization that we have developed in collaboration with WHO. Again, same, the calls for unit head for WHO have opened recently. If you have enough experience, you can always apply for the unit head, and keep an eye on the email servers and WhatsApp spams. We will be opening calls for the unit members in the month of July. So yes, that is AMR unit. Another entity that we have, yes, these are the few campaigns that have been launched by AMR last term. Global Hand Washing Day, where we went to school kids and taught them how to hand wash, because that is the main source of infection. We had Project Go Blue, we had World AMR Awareness Week, then we had Resist the Resistance webinar. Another point that we have is ASH, Anti-Sexual Harassment Committee, for which the calls have opened. As general members, you can apply for it. So that is.
So to conclude this, let me introduce to you all our core committee, that is the executive board, which is headed by our lovely president, Dr. Anaga Gauri Shetty. Next, Himani Nanda ma'am as Vice President of Internal Affairs, Dr. Sanika Vaidya as Vice President of External Affairs, Prachi Bansal as the Vice President of Finances, Dr. Pratik Sarangi as the Vice President of Activities, Dr. Anthara Moge as the Vice President of Exchanges, and Dr. Deepit Divyanshu as the Vice President of Capacity Building. Then coming to our regional team, we have Mradul Uttam as the Regional Director North, myself, Chaitra VA, as Regional Director South, and Dr. Sai Snigdha as the Regional Director East, Bushra Khan as Regional Director West, then the Director of Public Relations and Communications, Maz Ahmad. Coming to our standing committees, Aradhana and Shambhavi Verma are the National Public Health Officers. Amish and Yashika are the National Officers of Sexual and Reproductive Health and Rights, including HIV and AIDS. Then Kimaya Chaudhary and Deekshita Mathur as the National Officers of Human Rights and Peace. Coming to SCOMI, we have Fatima Nadeem and Madhura Mayekar as the National Officers of Medical Education, Dr. Ruhan and Shreyansh Pandey as the National Exchange Officers, and Dr. Janvi Singh and Sunanda Banerjee as the National Officers of Research Exchange. Now, what even is an organization without the members, right? So to all the people here, I hope all of you do register with us as members. It is just 1,000 rupees, and consider it as an investment into your future. This is an organization where you can develop personally as well as professionally. This is where we have all formed some bonds we'll never forget. So come join us and become a part of this vibrant community, and let's all make a difference together. So I hope to see you all soon again. Now we'll be taking questions. Any of you can raise your hands, we'll unmute you.